Did you guys see this recent article that came out in Zillow that stated that it's going to take on average 13 and a half years for you to make a profit if you purchased a home? And in some areas like Cleveland, Ohio, it could take you over 22 years. That really doesn't make sense. So let's dive in and take a look at what they're talking about. So here's the article written by Nicole on Zillow stating that it's going to take you 13 and a half years on average to net a profit if you purchase a home. And in some areas, it's going to take you longer. In some areas, a little bit less time. So let's really dive in and see what she's talking about. So what she's saying here is if you put down anywhere between 3 to 20%, you're going to have a net profit when you purchase a home of anywhere between 13 years and 6 months to 11 years and 3 months to net a profit on that, which seems really far-fetched and far out there. So here are the numbers that she is using. What she's stating is that in areas like Cleveland, Ohio, if you come in with 5% down and using a current interest rate of 7%, it's going to take you 22 years and 10 months to net a profit. But in certain areas like San Jose, California, which is close to where I am, it's going to take you almost 7 years, 6 years and 11 months. These numbers really don't add up. And what I want to really do here is show you if you went and bought a home versus renting a home, what those benefits are. And is it truly going to take you 22 years to net a profit? So let's really dive in and show you why Nicole and her article are absolutely wrong and that home ownership still makes sense for most people and that it's not going to take you 22 years to net a profit by owning a home. So if we take a look here, we're going to take a zip code in the area of Cleveland, 44103, and we're going to take a purchase price of $422,000. This is going to get us close to that $400,000 loan that she mentioned going with 5% down. Now, one thing in the article that she doesn't mention is that whether you're buying a home or not, you have to live somewhere. And if you live somewhere, there's a cost associated with it, unless that is you're living at home with your parents in their basement. So I'm guessing that you're probably not, and you're going to be renting somewhere. So let's take a look at the rents in the area of Cleveland. We know that the numbers in that area are going to be about $3,940 per month to rent in the area of Cleveland. Now, when you're renting a home, you're going to have renter's insurance. That's going to, let's say, be about $59 per month. Now, the national average for annual rental increase is about 4.5%. We're going to be a little more conservative. We're going to use a 3% annual increase because we do want to show you that we're just not putting numbers out there to make our point. We really want to show you that even when we go a little bit more conservative on the numbers, that the benefits of owning a home certainly outweigh not owning a home. Now, if we look at that property that we're going to look at, as we mentioned, we're going to purchase the home for, let's say, $422,000. We're going to come in with 5% down on this. You're going to have property taxes obviously associated with owning a home, and you're going to have homeowners insurance. So we're going to include those in our analysis as well. Obviously, when you purchase a home and you have the property taxes, they're not going to stay the same. They're not a fixed cost. They will go up. So we're going to use an annual property tax increase of 2%. And then the one thing that the article doesn't talk about is monthly maintenance. So we're going to throw that in there as well. We're going to use about $175 a month for maintenance for your home. And lastly, obviously, when you do come to sell your home, whenever that timeline is, there's going to be a cost associated with that. And we're going to use the cost to sell of 6%. Now, in regards to your loan, we're doing 5% down. It's going to get us close to the $400,000 loan amount that is used in the Zillow article. In this case, it's going to be $400,900. It's going to be a 30-year fixed mortgage. And in the article, they're using a 7% interest rate. Again, we're going to be a little more aggressive on this. We're going to use an 8% interest rate to make sure we're proving to you guys we're just not making numbers to make our point. We want to really show you, again, the benefits of home ownership. Now, because you're coming in with less than 20% down, you're going to have mortgage insurance that's going to be needed for your loan. And we're going to say it's going to be about $220 per month. And that's based off of a credit score between 720 to 739. If your credit score is better than that, that 220 is going to go actually lower. If it's lower than that, it's going to go a little bit higher. Now, for closing costs on something like this, your closing cost is between $8,000 to $9,000. Again, we're going to be a little bit more on the aggressive side. We're going to say we're going to do $10,000 for the cost to purchase this home. As far as home ownership itself, we're going to hold on to this home for 9 years. And in this county of Cahunga County, I hope I'm pronouncing that, I'm probably not, in the area of Cleveland, the last 60-year historical appreciation has been about 2.7%. The forecast moving forward is about 2.49%, which is lower than the national average of about 4.5 to 5%. Now, one of the other benefits of owning a home is your taxes. So right now we're going to use 22%. That's going to be about the income you're going to need to purchase a home in this price point. So we're going to use 22% federal tax rate. Now, if we look at the actual numbers, and this is where it gets really interesting and where we can really show you why the article is really just incorrect. In the first year of owning a home, your monthly payment, when you include property taxes, home insurance, the maintenance fee that we're going to put aside, a little over $4,300 per month. Now, again, using the current average rents in the area of $3,940 plus your homeowner's insurance, rental insurance of $59 per month, you're just about $4,000 a month for renting a home. Obviously, this is less than the $4,340. So yeah, in that first year, you're probably going to be ahead. But let's look forward. We're again using a 3% rental increase per year, which is also going to increase with your homeowner's insurance. By year 9, you're paying almost $5,100 per month. And if we look at this chart here, at year 4, you're paying about $4,400 a month to own a home, and you're paying just under $4,400 a month to rent a place. So your break even is almost 4 years as far as your monthly is concerned. But let's dive in a little bit deeper. One thing with owning a home is obviously your home appreciation. Now, we talked about a 2.49% forecasted home appreciation. So that home that you bought today for $422,000, it's going to be about $527,000 9 years from now. The other thing that the article does not talk about is your forced savings, i.e., paying down your loan. We started off with a loan balance of just under $401,000, and over the next 9 years, as you pay down your loan, if you're paying by the amortization schedule, it's going to be about $300 and almost $59,000. So you're going to net about another $42,000 increase in your principal reduction that you're going to have saved up in the equity of your home. Now, let's look at when you come to sell. We talked about a 6% cost to sell. That's about $31,600. We've got your tax benefits going to be about $25,000 based off of the 22% federal tax bracket. So what does this mean? When do you actually break even and net a profit? In the article, she states that it's about 22 years and 10 months. Let's really dive in. If you look at this, at the end of year 2, you're negative about $5,500. By the end of year 3, you're positive $11,000. So between year 2 and year 3 is when you're netting a profit, not 22 years down the road. Oh, by the way, if we take this out 9 years from now, you're going to have a total net benefit of owning a home of about $141,000. So again, this article really by Zillow is clickbait. It's just a fear for renters to not go out and buy. But if you look at the real actual numbers, really dive in, you can see that there are a lot of benefits to home ownership. And as you can see here, $141,000 in net gain is a great way to build your wealth through owning a home. We can do these numbers for many different areas across the US. So if there's a particular area that you would like us to take a look at, please reach out and be more than happy to do that. Thanks so much.